Let's look at a movie. No Country for Old Men is the latest film by the Quirky Coen Brothers, and although you could call it quirky, this is not the first adjective that comes to mind. How about these? Good, great, violent, odd, humorous, typical, bleak, evil, fantastic, and frustrating. Joel and Ethan Coen, of course, share writing, directing, and editing duties on their films, which Time magazine called smart, stylish, and slightly silly, which you could also add to the list. This film is an adaptation of the 2005 novel by Cormac McCarthy, and it stars Tommy Lee Jones, Javier Bardem, Josh Brolin, and Woody Harrelson in a simple, slow-moving chase story with lots of blood and violence, and then more blood and violence. Llewelyn Moss is out in West Texas hunting antelope, and he's so conscientious that he even picks up and saves his spent cartridge shells. He comes across 5 pickup trucks with scattered dead bodies, weapons, and even a dead dog, and he determines that they are all the result of a drug deal gone bad. Then he finds a briefcase full of $2 million in cash, and the chase is on. One man who has been hired to retrieve the money is Anton Chigurh, and he has a bad haircut and an innovative use of a tank of compressed air as a weapon. Chigurh stops at a store to make a purchase, slaps a quarter onto the counter underneath his hand, and asks the proprietor, "What's the most you've ever lost on a coin toss?" in a manner that would make anyone reluctant to call it. Meanwhile, Sheriff Ed Tom Bell is after both of the men, who are leaving a trail of dead bodies behind them, and Moss finally discovers how Chigurh is able to find him so easily, which results in more than one violent shootout. The chase takes them briefly across the border into Mexico, and a bounty hunter becomes the third man after Moss and the money, which results in even more bodies. The characters are all interesting and even great, the dialogue is outstanding and even causes a few laughs, but when the film ends, you find yourself wanting more, not necessarily more of the movie, but more understanding of what it contains. No Country for Old Men is good, but frustrating. I'm Dan Culberson, and this is Hot Shots.